Everyone, my name is Jordan, also known as Scraps, and I'm sorry about the delays of the videos. I've had too much going on with my personal life. A lot of emotions have been tossed around. Things have resolved themselves, and I realized I should probably stop dating immature women because of that. Anyways, today I wanted to talk to you guys about resampling. A lot of the times I say, well, you can use this synth and then adjust this parameter, it'll give you this sound. But a lot of times with resampling, you really have to understand what you're trying to get. You know, you can't have one sound that sounds similar to another because then your music doesn't sound different. You want to use different samples to create different tones. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So what I have with this stem 1 is basically a whole bunch of different lines of different synths I would use to create sounds. So for instance, I'm going to play one of the sounds I have, and I'm actually going to give you guys this Raptor Files pack. So that way, actually, let me see how big this is because I'm not sure if it's like, okay, so it's only 20 megs. Yeah, I'll upload that along with this video. So the Raptor files are long stems of basically just sounds. And so what I use with this is I take the sounds, warp them into like a small little section right here, and adjust it so that way when I play a note, it will sound something different, but very, very cool. Let me make sure that the audio drivers, are working. I'm just trying to see where the key is because I attach these to like different notes that I would normally not play. So this is F2, so C, D, E, F. Nope, that's C1. That's 1. So it's very different to create the sounds that I'm using. I used to use beat repeat, but it's better just to make your own kind of repetitive pattern. So I'm going to start off with a new set. I just want to show you guys what it should look like at the end. I'm going to scroll through my Raptor files to see what sound I want to create. But first, I'm going to drag the sampler. You can use this with Simpler as well. I'll show you how to use that as well. So I'm going to drag a blank sampler over. I'm going to go back to my files and scroll through the sounds to see which one is, clicks with me. Oh, and I should probably... I'm choosing number 9 because it's a high pitch. So when you bring that down to a low pitch, it should be pretty low. That's cool. That's pretty damn cool. So I'm going to loop that section over and over again and apply some different parameters, get it kind of in the right zone. Give it some crossfade so that way it doesn't sound like it's chopping back and forth. There's also another trick I like to do. I usually drag this starting loop starter. I drag it all the way to the back so that way it starts and then chunks. It's very subtle, but it's there. So I'm going to go to my pitch, my oscillator. I'm going to use a 0.5 sine wave, or I'll let you know what happens. try a triangle. The cool thing about this oscillator is that you can turn up the attack so that way it starts like this. Oh, I'm sorry. It starts like this. And then it like morphs into this more of a growl. Okay, so that's cool. Triangle, negative 22 decibels, quarter for the course. Nothing else. Let's see. The spread. Oh, yeah. We're going to change this to 50. The spread detunes it a little bit in order to give it a more stereo effect field. As for the filter, I'm going to make sure this is actually a bandpass 24. Throw on a filter envelope, and let's see. Shaper, a 4-bit to give it some more depth of distortion. I'm going to turn on my LFO 1. LFO 2. I'm going to change for the first destination. I want this to modulate my filter frequency. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot, but it's not hitting hard enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compress this a bit. And I'm also going to throw on my amp. The amp is a special plugin that you can buy for $100. But it grids things up just basically right off the bat, so it's perfect. I think the regular preset was probably just fine. The clean. Yeah, that'll do. And I'm also going to throw on a arpeggiator to make this stop faster. Throw on some steps to give it some more jumpiness. So you can create percussion from this as well. I'm going to change actually the rate and the steps. So that's cool. So that's actually how I create some of the different samples. And what's cool is that you can select this for you can shorten the sample to be like C3, but it won't hit for any other note. So that's cool. Another cool tip I like to use is I love layering. So let's say you have another sample like on 10, and I'm going to use this as C3 sharp. And it's modulating that same sample. Not the same sample, a different sample, but it's only basically for each key that you assign your sample to, you can actually play it along randomly. And I'll show you how to do that. What you do is you take a chord, and let's say I boost it by 1. So that way, when I play my C, it's playing both. So let's say you have a pattern in your MIDI clip and you want to play both at the same time for a split second, but not entirely all the time. Well, you can do that in your MIDI clips, and you can also do that live with chord. So that's pretty cool. I was able to recreate that with my set, and it's so much crazy. So I want to share this with you guys so that way you would understand that resampling is a huge deal for creating your own sound. Hope you take this information well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video. I'm going to start doing at least 2 videos a day because I've been really lacking on those videos, because a lot of the time with my music I have a hard time completing things. So I think this is the first song in a long time that I've created, about a year or 2. Anyways, I'll play you guys out and enjoy.